Let's bring in advocates for faith and freedom, attorney Julianne Fleischer, Foundation for Individual Rights, and Expression Public Policy Director Aaron Turr. Thank you both for coming on here. We're going to get to the flag controversy in a minute, Julianne, but I want to get your take on the Supreme Court thing going on, especially this Fox News headline here. Sonia Sotomayor compares trans medical treatments to aspirin in question about side effects during oral arguments. It goes on to say there's always going to be a percentage of the population under any medical treatment that's going to suffer a harm. So the question in mind is not, do policymakers decide whether one person's life is more valuable than the millions of others who get relief from this treatment? I mean, you talk about comparing an aspirin to transgender therapy, whatever they call it. It's amazing because you can't give a kid an aspirin in school without parental permission.
You know, that comparison is quite appalling, especially considering when we're talking about care in which, lack of care in which we're asking or telling minors that it's okay to chop off body parts from them. And so it's a quite appalling comparison. Honestly, I'd like to ask Justice Sotomayor, what would you say to the detransitioners who now have to live with the consequences of these types of surgeries that adults permitted them to have when they were minors?
Yeah, and I would love to hear the answer to that. Now, it's amazing, Aaron, because we talked about this, the New Jersey lawyer, this is your case, tossed out a town council meeting for waving an American flag to protest the new ban. In fact, it's our nightcap question tonight. It's kind of fascinating where you're like, the American flag now in some parts of the country is apparently considered a prop.
I couldn't believe it when I saw the video. It was just a complete overreaction to this form of symbolic expression. Joel Bassoff, the lawyer who was holding up an American flag and a copy of the Constitution, and it was in no way disruptive. And he was holding up these symbols of the freedoms that he claimed that the township council was trampling on. And the council president kind of proved this point when he reacted by kicking him out of the meeting just for the way that he was expressing himself, when probably what he should have done is said, hey, thank you for bringing that Constitution. I'd love to read it myself and learn more about it.
Yeah, it's exactly right. Meantime, Julianne, talk to me about the teacher's aide. We've done this story before on the show. Teacher's aide who had the backpack, put this picture on the screen if you can, had the backpack, Trump backpack, and she was at the time suspended. What's the update on this case now?
Yeah, so as a couple of months ago, the school board voted to terminate her employment. So she lost her job with the school district. And so now we are deep in litigation. We filed a complaint, and now we're going to move forward with discovery and hold the school district accountable for this censorship.
Is she maintaining that she literally lost her job because she wore a Trump backpack?
That's right. She brought a Trump backpack, and some of her coworkers didn't like that Trump was they could see the name. She had a water bottle that had a Trump sticker on it, and one of her coworkers said, "I don't like Trump looking at me." And so because of those complaints, her administration terminated her employment.
Cannot wait to see how this case comes out. Finally, to you, Aaron, the headline in the Daily Signal reads the following: Maine School Board asks church what it believes about marriage, abortion, gender before denying a lease. It goes on, a Maine church that outgrew its meeting space applied with the local school board to lease space at a high school for worship services, but the school board appeared to apply a religious test to the church and negotiations fell through. I mean, you just can't make this kind of stuff up.
Yeah, this looks like a classic case of viewpoint discrimination, which is a cardinal First Amendment sin. The government, including public schools, can't discriminate against speakers or groups based on their beliefs or expression, including religious expression. And there's Supreme Court case law on this that says when schools open up their facilities for groups outside of school hours, they can't deny use of those facilities just based on the beliefs or speech of those groups.
Yeah, it's amazing. And I know you know that case as well, Julianne. Thank you much. Appreciate it.